Hey folks, welcome to Mountainside. So, it's the middle of November. We're back here at the sweet potato patch that we planted about 3 months ago, and the weather's supposed to get pretty bad this week. So I'm going to go ahead and start harvesting this and see what we get. If you saw our previous video, this is the second in our sweet potato experiments. Yes. And where we planted 17 slips, 10 of which were gifted to us and 7 which we grew here. And then we planted 3 actual potatoes that were rooted in soil that had slips on them. So they're in the back corner. Now, it is fall, of course, so we're going to take care of these leaves first with the leaf blower. Then I think I'm going to pull some of the weeds that are in here, so get them out of the way. Take out the greens, give them to the sheep, and then dig up what we have. All right, let's get into this. So got rid of most of the leaves. Don't need to get rid of them all, and I kept them all right here in the area because I'm going to end up using it as ground cover again anyways, because after we get the sweet potatoes out of here, we have some garlic we're going to put in. We know it's late in the season, but we're still on a big learning curve here with gardening. So, but I do want to show you all something very encouraging. So, right here, I think you can see it. There's actually a sweet potato sticking out of the ground, and that's where we had one of the slips. So, for us, that's very encouraging to see right there. But next thing we're going to do is get the greens out, give them to the sheep. Oh, wow. So back here, we already have some sticking out of the ground. Nothing big, but it's pretty cool. And as I was pulling things up, I think these are the seed potatoes that went in. This one and this one. I'm not sure though. Annie, watch out. No, come on. But in pulling out the greens, we already found. Yeah, I know. But no, they're not yours. No. We already found a bunch of sweet potatoes. So, very encouraging start. I'm going to get something, start digging. All right, well, I guess in regards to digging, I think I'll start here in the back corner. This is where we planted the potato well, seeds, I guess is the best way to put it. These were the sweet potatoes that were already rooted in the soil that had slips on them that we planted back here in the corner. I already see a bunch sticking up here, so I'm going to start back here a little bit. Got a bunch of little ones. Grubs. I think part of the problem is, even though the top part of the soil was okay, I think it gets too hard, too compacted. So, there's another one. Yeah, I can see that's hitting all shale there now. Now I got to remember where the slips were. The slips were in this front part here, over to somewhere in this area. So nothing really to speak of yet. Well, folks, I think that's going to do it for part 2 of the sweet potato experiment. I think number-wise, we got what we were expecting, here in this bread rack. But I think the hardness of the ground prevented any size from growing. So if you saw the previous video when we planted these, I just took a drill and drilled holes, and everything felt really good. But as I'm digging up to see what we're harvesting, I'm running into hard clay, shale, rock. So I think that actually prevented any size from growing. Could have been the time of year that we planted it too. This is a big learning curve for us still. Going through, learning what we can grow. But I think next year we're going to be looking to grow even more. So I know this spot needs a lot of work, but we're going to move forward with it still. We have some garlic that we want to plant. Probably should have planted it already, but today's that day. So we'll be right back with that. Well, like I said, the sweet potatoes didn't do as well as we were hoping, but we're gonna keep on moving forward with what we're doing, and we're gonna plant something else in this spot. Again, not sure how well it's gonna do with this dirt that we have. We know it needs a lot of work, but we got to start with the baseline, right? So what we're gonna plant now, we're gonna plant some garlic. Amy went to the Farm Connection before the storm hit, the weather event known as Helene, and she got some garlic. She got some purple glazed garlic and some elephant garlic. Now, my understanding of how to plant this is about thumb deep and about hands width apart. So the elephant garlic, like its name says, is very large. There's a couple small pieces, but all in all, it's very large. So we're going to plant this over here, and then we're going to plant the purple glaze in the rest of the area here. Now, I'm not sure how much we're going to get planted, but we're going to find out. So my understanding is you plant the flat side down, pointy end up, and that's how it grows. So it's about a hand's width apart. So they're all going to go right there. Well, let's just go ahead and put them in the ground then. Now with the purple glaze, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to actually get in the ground, but we start plotting it out. Give us a little space. Well, it looks like we had enough space to get all the bulbs in. Based on the hand dimension, give or take. And again, being a very novice gardener, you know, we're learning as we're going, doing the best we can with what we have, starting where we're at, growing some things we eat. Well, I should say trying to grow some things that we eat. And then as we improve and the soil improves, it'll all get better. That's all of our garlic into the ground. The elephant garlic and the purple glaze. Now the leaves that I took off before, I think I'm going to put back on just to cover the dirt. I don't have anything to top dress the dirt with, which I know is part of our problem, but we are working to rectify that. So, yeah, it's November 18th right now, and I guess in about 6 months, which makes that May, we'll see what we got. So, you know, we're trying to turn a little, what was it? A little disappointment into something new. Because that's one of the things we learn here on the homestead is that, you know, you're going to have some disappointments. Things aren't always going to go as you want them to. But the best thing you can do is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep on moving forward. And on that note, y'all take care now.